OPPO finally announced their brand new ultimate device for 2025. We're talking about the brand new Find X8 Ultra. This is featuring a camera system that is upgraded from what we've seen before, but we still have that 1-inch sensor at the center of the entire system. Dual telephoto lenses, as well as an ultra-wide, a front-facing camera that's getting a lot of love, an upgraded fingerprint sensor, and even a new approach to the slider that we've had for the notification panel. Now it's an actual button that's configurable, and we of course have the camera slider on the side here that we saw on the Find X8 Pro. So a lot of upgrades from previous generations. We're going to do a massive camera tour with this, using it in Kuala Lumpur. We're also using it in Singapore and Southern California, and showing you guys how I've been testing all the new features that we get with the Find X8 Ultra. Alongside, we're going to cover a couple of things here about some of the other announcements that came out. One of them basically covering the fact that the brand new Dimensity 9400 Plus is going to be launching first on a device made by OPPO. So let's not waste any time. This is the Find X8 Ultra, one of my favorite devices for 2025. Let me share with you guys what makes it so special. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. First and foremost, we'll start off by the unboxing. The Find X8 Ultra is, again, showcasing some of the best experiences that we're able to get from a device powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite and tailored, of course, by OPPO and Hasselblad in the camera department to give us essentially a phone that's connected to a camera system. That's the best way to describe it. We get the charger, we get a cable, of course. We also have a clear case in the back to be able to enjoy the ability of enjoying the color on this device. Now, this is going to be featuring 3 different colors releasing at the time of launch. Again, this is currently a China-only launch, no word yet on international launch. So the ROM that I'm running on here is technically ColorOS, but it is a Chinese version of ColorOS. And I ended up having to basically just silo the Google Play Store. Everything pretty much runs right out of the box there. But again, overall, the 3 colors that we're looking at here, essentially the white, the black, and of course, the pink one. Now, luckily enough, I say thank you very much to OPPO, of course, for sending me the white one, because that continues the color palette, per se, of all of the ones that I've been checking out for the last few generations of devices. Specifically, the Find X8 Pro that had a similar color tone, as well as the Find N5, which also had a white version or variant of that. And this actually continues into here when it gives us that ability of enjoying that color and the functionalities that we have here that are slightly different from previous Ultras, but also even different a little bit by what we had with the Find X8 Pro, a device that I've been using since November of last year and have been enjoying quite a bit. That one's powered by the 9400, and since we're covering that real quick, let's talk about some of the major announcements that just came out at the same time. So the main flagship is the Find X8 Ultra. That's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite. We'll cover the specification in just a second, but the just general conversation going in is we have 4 50-megapixel camera sensors on the back. The primary 1-inch sensor, and that's going to be the LYT900, and of course complemented with 2 telephoto lenses as well as an ultra-wide, all at 50 megapixels. And the front-facing camera is a 32-megapixel camera, but we still have the ability of getting that 4K 60 love on the front-facing camera. I also feel like they've done a little bit more tuning and color representation for the front-facing camera images and videos, which we're going to get a chance to check out. Now, the other 2 devices that they launched are pretty interesting devices. One of them is the Find X8S and then the Find X8S Plus. The Find X8S essentially is a new 6.3-inch device powered by the Dimensity 9400. Now, this device is going to be a little bit more of a compact size, giving us still some of the main benefits of OPPO technology camera system, a larger 6,000 milliampere battery, and of course, fast charging with SuperVOOC. But again, the 9400 Plus for me is the biggest showcasing here. I've had a conversation with MediaTek over the 9400 Plus in San Diego, which you'll see some of those images from there. But the short answer is it's a overclocked version of what we saw with the 9400, but also the ability of running DeepSeek on device with this type of processor now is going to be smoother and a better experience. The 9400 should be able to still handle it, just not as nicely or as fine-tuned as the 9400 Plus. The other device they're also launching here is the brand new Find X8S Plus. Now technically that's a successor to the Find X8, not the X8 Pro, and again powered by the 9400 Plus. And again, more information coming out from there. I had some infographics come in. Basically, that's primarily all it is. Since I'm not at the launch event, I don't have hands-on with this, but I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to try some of the 9400 devices, 9400 Plus devices, and share with you guys. Two more things that were actually announced at the same time. And one of them is actually an interesting approach. We've seen OPPO watches before. We've seen even the OnePlus version of that. And we've seen the X2 and the X3. Well, now they're actually launching something new. And this is going to be the brand new OPPO Watch X2 Mini. It's based on the last year model, but it's a smaller form factor. They're actually launching the updated OPPO Pad 4. This is going to be a 13.2-inch tablet. I'm assuming a lot of the same functionalities we've had before, the magnetic cases, the keyboard, the accessories, the pen support. But this is actually going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And that's going to be the same processor powering the X8 Ultra, which is different than the X8 and the X8 Pro. So now that we're back into the Find X8 Ultra, let's talk about some of those cool things. And this is going to be pretty much where you're going to be seeing a lot of content, a lot of images, videos from every place I've been visiting and testing out this camera system. Some of the images and the videos that you're seeing here are captured around the world. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to travel with the device. I wanted to test it out at my home turf in the US and see how that worked. And it worked actually pretty well, as I've seen other OPPO devices powered by the, again, either Dimensity or even the Snapdragon variant of them. Connectivity is pretty good. We're looking at the best of the best as far as when it comes to Qualcomm. The images that I take when I was at Kuala Lumpur were taken at multiple different locations, showcasing not only just the water resistant, the touch resistance in there as well, but also the upgraded camera stack that we have in here for getting in closer to those subjects where I couldn't get close enough physically to that specific area. In some of the mosque images that I was sharing with you guys in there from the Pink Mosque, and I was taking some pictures from another mosque that was literally about maybe 5 or 6 kilometers away. Now, flipping it over to going into Singapore and the low light photography that we have in there from the Sands Convention Center, looking over the harbor, you get some of the experiences, that technologies that they've been putting in here for low light photography. The fact that when you use that 1-inch sensor, you're able to pull in so much more light. But having OIS on those telephoto lenses makes it so that I'm actually able to take really good shots in low light without having to worry about my hands moving. This is a big improvement from what we've seen before. Both of the lenses, the telephotos, as well as the main sensor, are stabilized. The ultra wide does a decent job of giving me that experience of being in the moment without having to be too far or too close to it. And of course, the telemacro just jumps into that experience where I'm able to getting really close to that experience. And again, that's using the 3x sensor in there. Now, we're going to do a quick test real quick. I want to share with you guys real quick the audio focus enhancement on here. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of videos as well with testing the main sensor on the back and of course on the front on the brand new Find X8 Ultra, just to show the audio experience and how does that work. Okay, we're going to start off with the front-facing camera. Obviously 4K 60 frames per second, not 4K 30 is supported in here. I am in Singapore right there. That's the Sands Convention Center. And of course, we're enjoying a beautiful day. Unfortunately, not a sunny day. It's an overcast day, but a good example of what the audio and video should be from the brand new Find X8 Ultra. Yes, this is going to be the best that OPPO is able to provide us or make in 2025, and this would be a really, really nice experience. So now we're switching to the main sensor on the back. Again, back with the 1-inch sensor on the Ultra, because that's the experience we've come to appreciate from OPPO. Again, this is something that we don't see on the Pro. The Pro is a great camera system, but the Ultra is going to be the one that we want to live in. I am in Chinatown here in Singapore, and as you can see here, absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. It is a little bit gloomy. Rained just a second ago and just stopped, so that's why I walked out to do a quick sample for you guys. Again, main sensor on the back, 4K 60 is the maximum resolution, and of course on the front, 4K 60 as well. My hope is that this makes sense and you could appreciate the powerfulness of what we're getting here. The Snapdragon 8 Elite and OPPO's technology with that 1-inch sensor. I'm actually at the Batu Cave here in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So you can definitely see where I am. Oh my God. Anyways, I wanted to do a quick test of the audio focus experience here on the cameras. It gives us the ability of focusing audio on me. Meaning, if it's raining, you shouldn't be able to hear the rain as much, but mostly focusing on my audio. And this should be a pretty good example. Again, hi from Kuala Lumpur, and we're at the Batu Caves, which means I'm going to be going through a lot of steps. So I've taken this phone with me to many places. We've gone to Kuala Lumpur, we've gone to Singapore. We're actually now in Malacca, in the southern part of Malaysia, essentially, showcasing some of the, obviously, the beautiful art behind us at this mosque. But the main thing about this device that I appreciate is the camera system that we have in here is, in a weird way for me, kind of giving me Find X6 Pro feelings a little bit, more so than the 7 Ultra from last year. And it's because that's when they started using the 1-inch sensor, that main powerful sensor that we have here. Obviously the updated version, the LYT 900 for this year. And it gives us that experience to the next level. Portrait photography, black and white photography, video, 4K 60. We still don't have 8K. This is something that OPPO believes is not a very, I guess it's not on their roadmap of functions, but I guess at this point 4K 60 works very well.
The front-facing camera has had quite a bit of improvement. It's a lot better than what we've seen in the past. What I appreciate about it is the functions that we get in here, the video processing, the ability of going to master mode, the shooting, you can take pictures in JPEG, JPEG RAW, and also the ability of actually getting, expand mode built in here, a lot of functional options added. The button function on the side here, I feel like it's the natural evolution that we've expected from OPPO, and I love the fact that it's here. I hope that this continues to next devices. For me, more than likely, OnePlus devices, maybe the next Find X series, or even the Reno series. The other thing that I also love about this device, obviously, is that little nice camera shutter button on the bottom right. It works very nice and is very sensitive, and it makes it so that I can actually just 2 buttons, launch the camera and take a picture without even having to look at it. And over time, that has been a lifesaver for me because I don't have to turn on, unlock the screen, do a whole bunch of things, just literally double pressing. A little bit more of a Sony vibe to this device, kind of like the Find X8 Pro, which, again, no pun intended, is in my pocket and I still use to this day. So to summarize this experience, although this is not a global device, this currently is only a China device, I hope that OPPO finds at some point the opportunity to bring this to the global market. I think the 1-inch sensor is a game-changing experience from OPPO, especially on a device that is focused around photography. This is a camera first and a phone second, and I feel that they have done an amazing job. If you're looking to bring this into the US, it works great on T-Mobile in the Los Angeles area. That's where I've been testing it. And overall, the performance that we get here is a Snapdragon 8 Elite, fast RAM, fast storage, so gaming is not going to be an issue. If you love a flat display, this is your phone. If you love flat sides, this is your phone. Also, if you want an Ultra that is not as thick as some of the other options on the market, as some of the leaks we've seen with the Vivo X200 Ultra, that's going to be actually one of the biggest bumps on the back. Again, justified by the optics, but this is absolutely amazing. We still get that 1-inch sensor with a thin body design. This is TK. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the brand new Find X8 Ultra? Are you excited to hear more about the brand new Dimensity 9400 Plus on the new X8S and X8S Plus? Sorry, a bit of a tongue twister there. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to know. Again, like and subscribe. See you in the next video.